Guys, welcome to the off season. This is we're in 2020 now. So first off, I just want to go through the Hall of Fame voting. Jeter got in his first year over Mariano Rivera, Tommy Lucina. No one else got in. Larry Walker has dropped off the ballot in his 10th year. Serrano, Johnny Damon, Paul Konerko, Scott Rowland, Oswald, Josh Beckett, Brian Roberts, and Kurt Hall dropped off the ballot. I don't know. I think Rivera, Lucina, and Pettit are all probably going to make it eventually. The rest we'll see what happens there. So that's just a little update on the Hall of Fame. So let's just go back here. We had to make some moves in the offseason. Didn't have a whole lot of money available again, despite the budget increase. Times are always tough in Oakland financially. So, despite the fact that I had like a $25 million cash flow last year, he only increased our budget by about $13 million. And with our young pitchers, they all got raises at arbitration, which you'll see. So we had to make some moves. So I moved out Yu Darvish, Jason Grom, who I had acquired. Trade was that? Right. With Trey Turner. I moved him out. And Franklin Barreto. Barreto wasn't going to get any time with us anymore. We're stacked at shortstop now. As well as Yenzo Rivera. In return, I got a nice cheap pitcher in Austin Smith. He's got really nice stats overall. Simon Mercedes, who could be really good for us, and Jacob Nix, who is, I would say, a better prospect than Grom overall. So, plus we got $2 million. That was all their cash. So it was tough to move Darvish, especially because he was one of our big free agent signings. But clearly that $10 million should help us, and did help us make a deal in the offseason. So, AL Top Glove, no one from our team got it. So, here's the NL ones. And then Ken Giles got the AL Reliever of the Year. We didn't have anybody in that conversation. I accidentally deleted the NL one. But here's the AL Platinum Stick. You can see Bryce Harper got it for us here. Here's the NL Platinum Stick. And then AL Rookie of the Year, Max Pentecost, Nunez, Alex Jackson. And then Lucius Fox. So Jimenez, who they had been talking about at that weird press release last offseason. Well, there you go. He's Rookie of the Year for the Mets. Hinch won Manager of the Year for the Astros there, and Walt Weiss won it for the Rockies. I was still surprised we didn't have anybody in this conversation. Blake Snell and Stroman. Stroman came second there. Snell won it. And then you can see Syndergaard won it over Sonny Gray and Jose Fernandez. So, and then this is the big one. Bryce Harper won the most valuable player for the AL over Mazera and Trent. And I mean, the guy, his stats speak for themselves. And then Syndergaard won it over Guerrera and McMahon in the NL. So here's the arbitration awards. Arbitrator ruled in our favor in the case of Mike Zunino. He won $5.25 million. We offered 4.2. That was enough. I mean, the guy barely hit over 200. I mean, I know he had 30 home runs, but to give him as much money as he wanted would have been crazy. Trey Turner won his arbitration for $4.75 million. We offered 3.8, so he gets a nice increase. Taylor Youngman, he rolled in our favor, only $2 million. He wanted 2.5, so that one worked out well. I think you see Sean Manea got a big raise to 5.75. We'd offer 4.9. And then Tavalia got a raise of 4.7, which was in our favor. He wanted 4.6. Trevor May agreed to our figure, which is 4.8. And then Johnny Barbado, the arbitrator ruled in our favor, just under $1 million. He wanted just over 1.2.5. So I wanted to deal a pitcher, and to be honest, I thought about dealing Manea, but A, he's hurt, and B, he's our only left-hander in the rotation. So Tavalia was the guy that I moved along. So I wanted to go solo on first base. Bobby Bradley was good last year, but it wasn't great. So I looked for good first baseman, and I found this Chris Shaw. It's respect throughout the league. You can see that our clubhouse was very happy to bring him in. I just wanted to add more pop to my lineup and kind of had a glut of starters. So we moved out to Tavalia, which might be a mistake, but him, Ben Bracewell, Bobby Bradley at $100,000. In return, we get Chris Shaw, Nick E. Blackbird, a relief prospect. We'll see what happens with him. Remy Reed, the reliever, and Mac Marshall, who's a starter. Most of them hated the trade, but like what they got in response as far as our fans go. So I mean, it's tough to give him up, but I think it's all for the best long term. Then we went out and signed Will Smith as our closer future. So I had to give him $6 million, $7.5, and then a team option for it. So we're through the off season, and just a couple things. Paul DeJong got hurt. He's out for 3 months. Well, 2 to 3 now, with time that passed. So it hurts my third base situation a little bit. But I'll show you how I solved that in a second. We lost Stephen O'Court to waivers, which was 0.5 by me. I guess some people still think he has upside. He's been good every time he's got to the majors, but I don't know. He was kind of middling for us. It wasn't in my plans. I have a glut of relievers, so he wasn't really going to make the team anyhow. So owner just wanted to remind us all that I need to make the playoffs this year. So top 100 prospects. We don't have a single prospect in it. Jason Groom would have been great if we had kept him. That looks like a mistake on our end. But what are you going to do? Our best prospect is 113th. This Jacob Nix, who we got in return. I didn't include Groom in that deal to get that deal done. So the fact that I got Nix back and a couple other pieces, I feel okay with that. But you can see development hasn't quite gone as well as I hoped. I'm spending more on player development, a little less on the draft and the international FAs because we don't have much money. We're limited in what we can spend. So here is our opening day roster. So as you can see, we've got Manea is going to be our stud. It's a little worrisome because he gets hurt sometimes, but we'll go with him. Trevor May, Austin Smith, Simon Mercedes, and Taylor Youngman. That'll be my rotation. Closer's going to be Will Smith, and then Jeff Farrell and Johnny Bravado are going to be our 2 setup men. Wendelken, Gregerson, Jankowski, Gerardo, and Cervantes all make up the rest of our bullpen. Cervantes is going to get the start here or there, but he's really a good reliever. So now we have two left-handers in our bullpen. We never had that before, so I'm happy with that. And our lineup is a good split between right and left, and we've got Riley on row who could switch hits. So our opening day lineup is, so you can see, we've got Trey Turner hitting leadoff, Padron batting second, Harper in the 3 spot, Shaw hitting fourth, McKinley hitting fifth, and then Unrow, Taylor, White, and Hebert. Now, I was surprised. My manager's going to go with Hebert over Zunino. We'll see how long that lasts. It looks like Zunino's going to get in every 5th game or so. He's going to get some bats at first. That might cause some problems. We'll see. But hey, I'm all for Hebert showing something, and it'll drive Zunino's price down a little. We've got Cogswell getting his first chance to back up second and short. It's going to be Taylor's first extended run in the majors. Yeah, we'll see. I think our defense is going to be good. McKinley moves to DH, and Stewart moves to the bench and back up DH. So we'll see. I mean, he was bad defensively, but he was good offensively. So we'll see how this works out. I'm pretty happy with this rotation, and or this lineup, and with our rotation. So actually, let's just check waivers, see if there's anybody interesting. Woo! There's a lot on waivers here. So Gimme might be interesting. I can't claim Gimme, so what about Shishik? Way too much money. Some good defenders out here. People waving some expensive guys. Oh well, it's worth a look. I don't think that would have been the one guy that I was hoping to claim, but I can't claim him, so the rest are all a little too expensive. And I'm kind of loaded with the relievers anyhow, although I should look at that. Who do I got? Whalen down to AAA and Olsen down to AAA. Got 7 spots on our 42-man roster. So our key prospects are Nix, who probably should be up if we had space for him in the rotation, and will be once someone gets hurt. Terrell, which we'll see how he does, and I think he'll be in AAA soon. Pash, Case, Divine, and Corsic, and then Beck. So we have a prospect who said they couldn't mess with. I'm trying to remember who it was. Corsic. So I'm going to change that so he can be promoted, demoted. He had a good year last year in A-ball. So I want to keep that going. You can see Gonzalez is close. Skybolt will probably come up at some point. Whalen's ready. I just need to make room. Jimenez is probably ready. Nix is ready. Blackbird's close. So we've got a lot of really close prospects, which might allow me to make some moves. But we'll see. So this opening series, we play Seattle. let's see how this goes. Going against. I'll just play through this opening series like I did last time. There we go. Okay, so I brought in a new scout. Not that our old scout was bad, but this guy is outstanding, legendary. So I feel like it was a pretty easy call to add him. We'll see how he feels about our prospects, actually. Cool. So, glad I brought him in. He thinks passionate. Yeah, so he's got some different views on our guys. Doesn't like. Yeah, we had some guys there that my scout really liked, but my other scout liked, but that's okay. We're just gonna play through the first 3 days of this. Oh, Arcana's ready. So Cogswell. Sorry you didn't get an extended look. Down we go. So now we've got Aracena hitting the lead off, and Trey Turner drops down in the order. I think this will be for the best in the long run. He dropped May down to the 5th spot. That's interesting. I wonder if that's just a matter of the scout not liking it as much. Oh, my scout doesn't like Monet as much. Oh, that's interesting. Anyhow, I'll take a look at that. I kind of want to move on from Monet anyhow. Just because he's so injury prone, I want to be able to get someone who, yeah, just a little bit more solid in that sense. Anyhow, yeah, I'll see what I can do there. So, just a quick update. I said I wanted to move on from Manea. So I did. I went out and tried to get another left-hander. So I moved out Manea. In return, I get Chris Sale, who's 3 years older, but at least I know what his contract is. Solid. He's a leader, and he doesn't have the fragility of Manea, so I don't have to worry about that. I actually love Chris Sale, so I'm very happy to add him to the team. And then we got John Moynihan as kind of a throw in there. So we'll see how he develops. He's a closer, so it should help my relief prospects. Yeah, I feel good about that. And we'll just play through this first series with Sale on the team now. I just want to take a look. Yeah, we'll see how these guys do overall, but let's play through this series. Expect Harper will have a little slower of a year this year than he had last year, but overall I think the team should be better. Oh, looks like we got rained out, so let's play these two. Oh, jeez. Reached again. Oh. On to the 15-day DL. And Cogswell, you come back up. We won both yesterday's games, so we're off to a 4-2 start. So that's good. Jimenez, Brain, Rodriguez back up. Oh, I give Gonzalez a little bit of run. Yeah, maybe I'll give Gonzalez. Oh, this is his first year in AAA, so we'll let Marco do his thing there. But maybe I'll pull off Skybolt here. Since this guy doesn't think Cogswell's going to be anything special, no need to waste time there. We'll get the Skybolt sometime. Let's play through this series. So yeah, just for a week or two. So he'll be out 2 weeks now. I'm fine with that. Doesn't hurt me too much. Get through 10 games here just to kind of get a mini snapshot. One more game and we'll be through 10. Mercedes will start. Taylor started off really slow. Skybolt's been good in his 3 games up the club, 3 home runs. Oof. Okay, so not a bad start at all. Let's clear that out. So just to get a quick snapshot. Okay, through 10 games, we are 6-4. Slow start for Sale and Youngman. Even Mercedes. Me and Smith have started off well. You can see Will Smith has been great so far. I mean, it's early. All this early. It's just interesting. Harper's got 5 home runs already, which probably means his pace is 81 home runs. I don't think he'll keep up that pace. Same with Skybolt. He's on pace for 49 home runs. I doubt that's going to be the case. But it's great to see the guys start off hot. Yeah, I'll come back during the draft. That'll probably be another video. So I'll end this one here. So thanks for watching. Hopefully now this is more interesting now that we're actually a playoff team, or on the verge of being a consistent playoff team. Hopefully we can drive some of this attendance up with good play. Anyhow, thanks again for watching.